This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through the house area of this 2022 Istada Model 5, and then it's 30FWD4X4. So it's also 4x4. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. Okay. What you need to know about the chassis, when you come to pick up, they'll go through that with you. This, like I said, this will just be the living area here. Okay. So this is a on-demand water heater right here. So it's strictly on demand. So you got limitless supply of water. Of course, this is it's an entertainment area with a sound bar and a TV, and there'll be remotes for both. Now your trailer still, or your motorhome is still dirty, so we're cleaning it, but I just have a chance to get this done inside, so I'm going to do it here. So, okay, your battery bank's here. Okay. Of course, you have you can tow, and then you have backup camera up there. So we come around to the water area here. Well, let's do the propane first. So first of all, you've got a 30 amp, or excuse me, a 50 amp power cord. It's a 50 amp system. We'll give you a reducer to reduce down to 30 just in case you need to. This is your LP supply. So you know, really the attendant at the when you get it filled will know how to operate, obviously. But this is where he hooks his nozzle up to. This is the master shutoff, so that's important to know. If you ever need to shut it off, it's right here. And of course, your gauge is covered by this reader here, but you'll be able to get an accurate reading on your control panel inside. So, all right. And then we come to water over here. Okay, first of all, you have lights here, and then you have a water pump switch, so you can actually operate the water pump from here. Okay. Now your dump valves are here, black and gray. Okay. This is just a heater for the compartment. A sprayer, obviously. Your low point drain are right here. Your water, city water hookup, and your tank fill is right here. You can operate on city water, and then by turning this valve, you can fill the tank there. So you could just, if you're going to a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill your water tank and take it with you. And like I said, you could operate the water pump from out here or from the control panel. Now this is a black tank flush here, so after you dump your black tank, you leave the valve open, you hook up the hose of the dump station to here, turn it on, it'll spray out your black tank, and it'll spray off the sensors too, so you can get a good accurate reading from your tank sensor. So that's obviously a good thing to do. If you have a working hose there that hasn't been run over, then I suggest you do it. And these are just satellite and cable, that sort of thing. A lot of it's self-explanatory. I'm sure you're buying a nice motorhome like this, you know all about them. I just sort of have to talk like you don't, just because obviously some people don't know this stuff. All right, so this is your generator here. You can pop the cover and operate it from here, but 9 times out of 10 you're going to use the control panel on inside, so that's what I'll show you. Okay. So here, this is some electronics in here. I'll just identify some of the parts. This is an inverter. Inversion is inverting 12 volt DC to 110 AC, so that happens there. You have, I believe, 6 solar panels on this roof, and these are your solar charge controllers here. This is a surge protector for your system here. All right, and these are manual shutoffs here, so you know that they're there. And then of course you have all your circuit breakers and some inline fuses and things like that right there. Okay. But like I said, when it comes to this stuff, it's controlled inside the trailer too. Okay. See if I can get out of here without breaking my neck here. Okay, sorry about the camera work. Okay. So let's go inside. So when you come in, you've got the usual stuff. You've got lights here, of course. Your step lock, so if you want to lock it in the out position or in the in position, whatever, you can do it there. And your battery disconnect and connect for the house batteries are right here. Okay. Over here, you have your slide out switches here. Okay. Then this is your automatic leveling system. The thing is to know about this is you have to have the emergency brake on and the ignition on in order to level this trailer. Okay, so you can go over that with whoever checks you out with this trailer. They can talk more about this. This here is your solar controller. We're inside, so it's just flashing right now until we get outside in the sun, but that's where you control your solar panels from. Okay. I mentioned the inverter, which inverts power. It takes 12 volt DC and turns it into 110 AC. Well, this is the converter here. It does just the opposite. It converts AC to DC. Let me see if I can get this open here. Yeah, so you have regular circuit breakers like you see at home, and they're labeled. And then on this side you have 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. This is also a battery tender too, so it'll keep your batteries charged when you're plugged in. So this is where your 12 volt power comes from. And like I said, with the inverter, it's inverting 12 volts to 110 AC. All right. Okay. So your bathroom. This is a power vent here with a power lid and everything, so you can operate it from here. Your shower and sink work like any other sink and shower. As you can see, the toilet, just like all R&B toilets, you have to have chemical and water in it to use it. By in it, I'm referring to the black tank that's below here, so you can't use it dry. There's your flush pedal. That is the black tank right down there. So after you pull into the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You're going to come here with a dose of chemical, dump it right in the bowl, and then step on the pedal and put at least a gallon of water in the black tank. Some people use more, it's up to you. But you have to have chemical and water in there, or else the smell will be terrible and it can get clogged up. So that's important. Okay. A refrigerator, let me just look at this real quick. Just bear with me. Yeah, so this is regular AC power. So your inverter, for example, will take energy from your batteries and invert it to 110, 120 AC and send it right to the refrigerator, so it'll run when you're going down the road. Okay, this is your control panel here. I'm not going to go through the whole control panel because there's tons of it. It's something you pretty much have to learn as you go, but you have all the functions are on here. You can see your generator here, right? You can choose power sources here. Right now it's on auto, so it detects what kind of power you have. Your inverter, your charger, all that is controlled here. Your house battery, your chassis battery. Right now your house batteries have 13.1 volts. Your chassis has 12.7. Okay, so on and so forth. So you operate all the lights and everything from here also. First of all, this is what's the word I'm looking for? An convection. There we go. It's a convection microwave. All right, and when it comes to your range top, I don't know if he's got the batteries on here, but we'll see. I mean the LP on. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it is. So you got 3 burners, 3 knobs. Then you can turn this clockwise to spark it. Okay. Very simple. Let me see what else we have here. Let me just look around. You obviously have theater seats, and they have all the, they're massage chairs. They've got a heater, all that stuff. Power footrest and that sort of thing. So they're good ones. You can drop this down if you want. There's a mechanism under here, and you can actually use this as a bed. The top will sit right on these cleats here. Okay, so you have a bed there. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If it's not, then you have to get it serviced. Basically, if it goes off, if it detects carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas leak, it'll go off. And so you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the master valve back there, figure out what's going on. Now if it beeps very slowly, the same tone but very slowly, it's telling you your batteries are low. So let me just put it through the paces here so you can hear it. 12 volt is good, I'm sorry, LP is good, that was carbon monoxide, now low battery alarm. And then it's back to green. So it should always be green, if not get it serviced. Of course this folds up when you bring your slide room in, okay? Alright, I think we've done a pretty good job. Like I said, whoever works with you when you pick up, they'll go through the chassis with you. The stuff that I left out is all self-explanatory stuff. It's all obvious, so I think we'll end it here. This is just another light control panel here. Okay. Always run the fan with the shower. These are built super tight now, so you want to pull the humidity out so you don't create conditions where mold or mildew could grow. Okay. All right then. Okay, so thank you for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Remember to inspect your seals. You have the roof inspected and your seals inspected. The manufacturers say every 90 days, but you want to make sure you protect your investment. Make sure there's no cracking or separation, and also make sure that none of your roof attachments or roofing material was damaged by low branches or road debris flying up there, something like that. So you want to inspect it every 90 days. And I believe right now this is de-winterized. We'll talk to you about that when you pick up, but it looks like there's water in the system. So we'll talk about that when you pick up, okay? Thank you.